Hi, my name is Byron Hebert, and I want to introduce you to PKF Advisory LLC. PKF Advisory is a group of firms in all the major cities in the United States: New York, Chicago, Miami, Boston, Los Angeles, and Houston. This video series is going to introduce you to people and services that will help your business reach the next level and help you solve the next problem that you have in your business.
So Chris, Kimberly, what advantages are there to sell-side due diligence for a company?
Well, we don't have as much time as we need to go into all of it, but from a high level, I'd say the two advantages are there's the advantage to the seller as well as to the company.
And so Kimberly, what would the advantage to the company be?
Well, advantage for the company would be to, get your operations in order, get your financial statements in order, get your processes in place, have all your current documents, organization, tax returns, up to date, and be ready to facilitate that process.
And then Chris, what about the other side?
Well, from the seller's perspective, this is pretty much a large paradigm shift for them, because you might have some of these owner-operators that this is their baby that they've been building up for 20, 30 years, or it might have been something that they've taken over from a previous generation. And so just kind of going through that sell-side process starts warming them up to that, really the eventual exit from the business. And so, that's the large, shift for a lot of people kind of, going towards retirement or something. And so it gives them a chance to talk about their business in ways that they probably haven't before. The conversations that they're going to have with a buyer or potential buyer are totally different than when it is they go in and talk with the bank about getting a line of credit or a term debt. And so it just kind of helps facilitate that process as far as conversation, because the buyer isn't going to be pointing out all the great things that the business is doing. They're going to be looking at ways to, kind of
get that purchase price.
Get that number down a little bit, maybe nitpick in areas. And so it gives them a chance to prepare for those questions as well.
When should they bring in a firm like ours to assist with that type of thing?
I would say a good, 2-3 years before, just to start looking at things, start pointing out those potential add-backs, adjustments, so that there are no surprises when it comes time to sell.
Yeah, because right now a lot of the transactions that we've started early in the year they're still going through that sales side process. They've got the investment bankers involved, and we'll get our numbers updated through a certain point. They continue that conversations with whether it's the seller or the target, and then they have us come in, and then we continue to update our numbers, sometimes all the way up until closing. And so here we are 9 months later, still working on some of these transactions that we started early in the year.
Wow, that sounds great. Well, I'll get you guys to come back and talk a little bit more about due diligence and some other topics for transaction advisory services. Sound good?
Sounds great.
That's good.